Now, usually I don't do this, but, a man named Craig, who was in financial difficulty. This is a joke, by the way. I'm starting my homily with a joke. Okay. Craig, who was in financial difficulty, walked into a church and started to pray. "Listen, God," Craig said, "I know I haven't been perfect lately, but I really need to win the lottery. I don't have a lot of money. Please help me out." He left the church, and a week went by, and he hadn't won the lottery. So he walked in on the church, and the rosary was being prayed. He joined in the people praying the rosary and said, "Come on, God, I really need this money. My mom needs surgery, and I have bills to pay. Please let me win the lottery." He left the church. A week went by, and he did not win the lottery. So finally, a week went by, and he found himself again in that same church, and they were doing First Friday devotion adoration. "You're starting to disappoint me, God," he said. "I've prayed, and if you just let me win the lottery, I'll be a better person. I don't have to win the jackpot, just enough to get me out of debt. I'll give some to charity even. Just let me win the lottery." John thought this and did it, and so he got up and walked outside. Upon walking outside, the sky opened up, the clouds parted, and a booming voice from heaven said, "John, you need to buy a lottery ticket." Funny. Okay, I think I got the names wrong because I was reading. It's Craig, anyway. So, basically, Craig wanted a lottery ticket. He wanted to win the lottery, but what was he doing? Nothing. He wasn't doing anything to help himself at all. When I was little and I heard this passage, Jesus said to his disciples, "Ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find." I thought, okay, I lost my keys. I'm seeking, I will find them. Perfect. Or when my brother and I were sitting in the TV room, all I would have to do is go, "Mom, bring us some pretzels." That's not how it works either. You see, there has to be the place of where our heart is and where the giver is. God is always the giver. He's always giving us so much, more than we could ever imagine. But where is our asking heart at? Craig's heart was not even in the lottery store. He wasn't even at the gas station to try to buy a little scratch off to win the lottery. My heart was in the TV room, and I wasn't about to be served by that rude yelling. But to be able to, if I want pretzels, I go into the kitchen, ask my mom what she needs, and then find the pretzels in the bowl already made up for me, and I take them back to my brother. This can apply for anything we ask in life. God, I really want you to cure my brother's cancer. I really want that. Where is your heart in that moment? Because God might be asking for your heart to come along to a different place that says, God, I accept your will for my brother. It was put very simply, but I think it still works, and if you chew on it and draw it out. Scott Hahn once said, I get everything I want from God because I want everything that God gives. I get everything I want from God because I want everything that God gives. If I want money and pretzels, that's on me because I'm not getting what I want. God's not going to give me money and pretzels because that's not what is for my greater good and my greater holiness. Then on the flip side, God continues to give us stuff that we don't really, want. If I had to plan out the entire, program of salvation, I really wouldn't have my own son come down and become bread on an altar and then be chewed up by his disobedient followers. That's not what I would have picked. But this is what God gives us, and it's up to us to move our hearts into that position to accept it. Ask and ask and it will be given to you. Seek and you will find. God is not a genie, and I give thanks for that. God is a much more creative, loving parent who seeks to give and listen and take away anything and everything so that we can grow in holiness, we can grow as a family, and we can grow in our journey towards heaven. Amen.